As the world watches in disbelief, the CEO of Disney delivers a chilling warning, hinting at an unprecedented challenge that threatens to tear apart the very foundation of this iconic empire. So get ready to witness the unraveling of a fantastical dreamland as we delve into the dark secrets and unraveling threads that have led to Disney's imminent downfall right before our very eyes. Brace yourselves, for this is the astonishing story of Disney's demise, a tale that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the happiest place on earth. Here we will share tips on how you and your family can deal with your favorite wonderland falling apart. Disney has become so embedded in American society that it is no longer only a tourist attraction. Disney's impact is not limited to the realm of entertainment. It actually greatly affected the American middle class's cultural landscape. Disney's animated features, from the earliest ones like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to the latest hits like Frozen, have always been a fun way for families to spend time together and reflect on happier times. In addition to being a fun activity for the whole family, Disney films have become a staple in many households. Vintage movies are screened on television, and there are fun games with life-size figures. Disney's cultural significance to the American middle class has grown steadily over the years due to the timeless quality of its enchanted stories and charming characters. On March 28, 1987, the first Disney store opened at the Glendale Galleria in California. In addition to its army of devoted followers, the Disney store's meteoric rise to fame can be attributed to its revolutionary impact on the retail industry by providing customers with an immersive, out-of-the-ordinary shopping experience. Fans were overjoyed when Disney opened retail locations across the United States in the latter stages of the 80s and early 90s, as it meant they no longer had to travel to Orlando to toast their most beloved film characters with a visit to Disney's renowned theme park. In addition, many people of all ages in the United States bought the products produced by the business at the time because they were reasonably priced. Due to the overwhelming popularity of these stores, Disney was able to branch out into other markets, eventually opening more than 1,000 Disney stores throughout the globe. Even Disney's charm couldn't prevent a nationwide slump in mall foot traffic and the collapse of traditional retail. Currently, just 22 locations of the family media and leisure venture are left in the United States. Many people are left wondering what took place in the once ubiquitous chain. Unfortunately, it's not easy to figure out why the business has failed to maintain the same qualities that made it flourish initially. Visiting Disney theme parks is a bucket list item for many families in the United States, representing the fulfillment of a lifelong goal and a sign of having made it. Everything from apparel and gadgets to home decor and devices, Disney's retail has been ingrained in middle-class American life. The majority of the population now has at least one Disney figure in their home. Mickey Mouse ears, princess-themed dresses, and action toys of various superheroes have all entered the cultural canon as icons of childhood, while simultaneously functioning as signifiers of middle-class status. However, the Disney kingdoms began to crumble as time passed, and middle-class households lost their buying ability. As a result, there aren't many Disney shops around these days. In addition to being shells of their former selves, the parks and online items that struggled to sell during the brand's heyday are now primarily responsible for keeping the business afloat. Last month, the Disney outlet location in Derry Township, Pennsylvania, permanently ceased operations. In addition to announcing the closure of all of its retail stores in the United Kingdom, the business also revealed that all of its outlets in Canada would be shut down, except for two significant outlets on London's Oxford Street and in Dublin. Please support our channel with a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. The corporation is officially in debt, with quarterly revenue of $4.1 billion and expenses of $6.4 billion. It also recorded a loss of $1.4 billion from its numerous streaming platforms. Consequently, analysts predict a 30% drop in Disney's profits compared to last year's period. In addition, Bank of America analyst Jessica Reif Ehrlich predicted that despite Disney's high profits, the company would change its framework and cut costs. There will no longer be a Star Wars-themed hotel on the Enterprise. Even a year after launching, many people couldn't afford to ride the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. The number of guests staying at Disney resorts has dropped in the past few months to the point that the company can't seem to book a single reservation for dinner. According to recent users' feedback, the fact that the hotels appear mostly empty adds to the overall scenario. Guests are shelling out a lot of money for something that isn't all that impressive, and now a second Walt Disney World resort in Orlando, Florida will be closing permanently. According to Business Insider, which cites an investigation conducted for the retail location by Travel Business Touring Plans, the costs of meals and souvenirs at Disneyland parks have increased by up to 33% since the beginning of the summer of 2022. According to Fox Business, the corporation has closed multiple stores over the course of the last year. For instance, in September 2022, all of the shops in the Chicago region were shut down. There was also a shutdown at 4 of New Jersey's 5 Disney outlets. There is just one other Disney store in all of Orlando, and that is inside Walt Disney World. Bob Iger, Disney's CEO, has been sounding the alarm about some severe problems in 2023, and the impending closure of several Disney retail locations has upset millions of fans. A while back this year, the corporation announced its intention to close 20 physical locations by next year. Store closures are a potentially minor issue in Disney's new changing strategy. The company is experiencing turbulence in the media sector. Losses at the box office are flowing in. Shareholders are becoming more dubious. Management is downsizing and laying off personnel, and labor issues are rising. That's a lot of pressure on CEO Bob Iger. Disney shares collapsed just over 12 months ago, leading to the termination of previous CEO Bob Chapek. According to a letter from a Wall Street research firm, Bob Iger mistakenly believed he could solely save the corporation. According to analyst MoffettNathanson, the return of Bob Iger as CEO will prompt Disney to conduct an open and fair assessment of its current strengths and weaknesses. Conflicts amongst workers are heating up. The unions are asking for a $3 increase in the minimum wage immediately. Workers argue that even with annual increases of around $1.50, workers in the Orlando region still aren't making enough money to cover basic expenses on salaries of $15 per hour. As a result, layoffs have begun at the business this month. The layoffs are part of a comprehensive suite of cost-cutting initiatives that will save the company $5.5 billion. The company has started sending letters to workers whose jobs would be affected by the cutbacks in the staff. According to a company letter, IGA's upper management will personally brief the first wave of affected workers. They will start the last phase of announcements before the end of the summer. Next month, we'll see a far bigger batch of notifications with hundreds of additional employee layoffs. They have taken the tough choice to lay off almost 7,000 workers as part of a company-wide operational reconfiguration that includes significant cost-cutting measures essential to establishing a more efficient, unified, and simplified business approach. Disney prices are rising faster than the national inflation rate of 5%, as published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The report mentioned how the price of several summer items, such as Mickey Mouse ear headbands with a star design, has increased from $29.99 to $40, and how the cost of pineapple-flavored Dole Whip has increased from $5.99 to $7. It has been highlighted in touring plans that the cost of staying at one of the 3 Walt Disney World resorts has increased at a pace higher than the inflation rate. The Pop Century Hotel, located inside Disney World Orlando, had a significant increase in price from 2013 to 2014, with the lowest nightly rate going from $95 to $170. The typical accommodation at the Animal Kingdom Lodge is now $800, up from $486 10 years ago. The analysis also contrasted the rates of Disney's most costly one-day pass, noting that it has increased in price from $129 in 2018 to $162 today. Even though wages in the United States have stagnated for years, the business has raised ticket prices 2 times over the last year. The CEO concluded that the difficulties Disney is experiencing indicate a damaged industry and an economically insecure middle class. The high living expense prevents us from spending quality time with our family. In addition, increasing costs for food, housing, and healthcare means less discretionary dollars for Americans. If Disney holds a special place in your heart, consider showing your support. Continue enjoying their movies, visiting their theme parks, and purchasing their merchandise if it aligns with your circumstances. Your ongoing support can contribute to the company's resilience. Remember that companies go through ups and downs, and it's not uncommon for even the most successful ones to face challenges. So keep a long-term perspective and assess Disney's overall track record and potential. This can help you make more informed decisions regarding your involvement with the company. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below, and watch this one.